Hello and welcome. This is your host, Razor MK, back again. And this time we're doing a character guide of Warwick. Right now I'm doing a part of Warwick, so the guide won't be as long, but it'll break down the different parts and all that stuff. So be watchful of that. So let's get started with everyone's favorite werewolf, Warwick. So one thing about Warwick is that he's a rushdown character. So that means he don't have any type of projectiles and all that stuff. So so you gotta be very close to your opponent at all times. The main game plan with Warwick is to build on that blood drive of his. So the only way you do that with is his claws and all that stuff. You can do it with a normal attack, but his claw special builds it up fast. So what's the pro of playing Warwick? Warwick is a very easy character to learn, easy to combo with, and all that stuff. So if you guys like easy character to learn but hard to master, Warwick is your choice. So one thing I like about Warwick is even though he's rushed now, you will think, hey, I'll play zone and wall out the Warwick. Yeah, good luck on that. Warwick has a move that can go through projectiles. Got invincibility with projectiles, with that little dash of his. So that's actually pretty useful. Another pro with Warwick is his mix-up game is so good, along with his ground game too. So normal Warwick without Blood Rage is good with the combos that he can get to build up that Blood Rage. With the other special move with his little demon flip. The demon flip, you can do a little mix up of him doing a dive, doing a kick, and do the grab where you can build up his blood rage. But the one thing I do like about this little demon flip, you can charge it as much as you can. Like you can charge it, and the more he charges, the further he will flip. The other cool part is you can use it as a little mix up where you get close to the wall, charge up that flip, and he can wall clink. Another pro with Warwick is he can wall clink. With that wall clink, he can do many things. He can do the dive, he can do the kick, well, the slash, or he could do the grab. So, so that's pretty powerful stuff that Warwick got for his tools. Then the cool part is with his blood rage mode is he moves faster. He got different moves. Oh man, I could go on and on with this. So he got different moves, and he can cancel out some of his moves to the double jump or the Warwick demon flip to do another special. So he can special cancel out a jump to another special, and then do another special. That's ridiculous. So then, like I said, with this blood rage, you can do a double jump. So with that double jump, you can do the kick, the dive, or the grab. So yeah, Warwick got tons of miss up, especially when you got assists that can synergize with Warwick's playstyle and all that stuff. So if you got like a projectile to help Warwick cover the distance, or or a character can go between the characters or anything. So so that makes Warwick's mix-up games pretty good. Um, Even though I'd say a lot of good stuff with Warwick, he does got glaring issues, or I would say a little weakness that he got, or a con. But so another thing that Warwick main weakness is he doesn't have very good defense tools if he's on the block. And the funny part is with that, I'm telling you guys, this Warwick don't have anything that can say get off of me, except for that little short you can move that he does, and that's the only move I can think of is to use for defense. But if you think about it, like if Warwick's in the defense, then you're not doing anything with like you can punish him by doing a little mix up here and there, but Warwick usually don't have many good defense options. Another thing is about Warwick is you're heavily relied on to get the blood rage to make him work, and if you do got meter, yeah, some like Warwick is very meter heavy to do tremendous amount of damage without the blood rage. But another thing with Warwick is that for his con, once he's he's there with the combos, there's some combos that should connect, but it never connects. That's another weird thing and weird negative about Warwick. And his combos is very linear, so there's some people that probably say, okay, Warwick, one thing he just gotta do is I can watch this and all that stuff. Because if you play predictable with Warwick, he will get punished a lot. And then another negative is there's some champions that Warwick is with. Like, for example, if you put Warwick with Ilali, um, let's just say he doesn't synergize well with her during the double downs and all that. There's like many things I could say, but that's going to like make the video as long as possible. So for the negatives, just remember Warwick don't have good defense options except for that little tornado claw of his. Two, his combo is very limited without the blood rage. Three, he becomes meter heavy character if you want to do any type of good damage with it. So you're saying, well, rage care like zoner characters like Jinx can wall him out? No, a good Warwick player will know when to charge or not to charge during the zoner situation. Because if you're trying to wall out Warwick, that's just stressing you out more than the Warwick player will be. Because with that little run of his, he can go through anything. But that's enough of me just rambling on about this, about his gameplay and all that stuff. So let's get down with his normals, special, and then uh, and then we'll probably wrap it up to part one. But the part two, I'll go in depth with the blood rage. So so let's get started with Warwick's unique things that he can do. So Warwick does got a few charge moves and all that stuff with the heavy attacks and all that stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what's the what's the difference between normal dashing or the ammo dash that Warwick got? Like Warwick will dash normal like everyone else, but when he's on his all fours, he does that little run animation. So right here, Warwick does got a wall cling. Wall cling can go through anything. You can do a grab. You can jump off and do another attack or anything. So this is very good with Warwick. So gameplay, if you're cornered to the wall, just remember that Warwick can do a little mix up to get himself out of the situation and all that stuff. Okay, right here you guys will see Warwick's normal move. His light attacks, very short, very light. But the medium, I say the medium is very important because the medium can connect to many different things and all that stuff. So the medium you want to use for poking, and then once you hit confirm that, you just cancel out another special to that, and and all that stuff, and it can go with its heavy attack. But the main problem with the heavy attack does got a little startup with Warwick. Even if you don't hit the charge move, it does got a lot of startup right there. So a few things that you guys probably saw is Warwick can cross you up if you jump and go heavy and down, and he'll do a reverse chomp on you. So there's a lot of great things with Warwick in terms of spacing, but his, like I said before, his rage is limited for many things. Like the problem with like the light attack, it doesn't combo with many things, while the medium can combo almost anything. Can combo with the demon flip, can combo with the Warwick rush with his head, or Warwick Warwick pounce on you and all that stuff. So it's pretty unique in many ways. So with the light attack, with the jump attack, I always use the medium to if I do a jump attack. But if I want to cross someone up, do the heavy down to cross your opponent up with Warwick. But the problem with the normal heavies, like with Warwick, is if you jump and try to do a heavy attack with Warwick, like I said before, just like a startup from his ground moves, it will leave him a little bit open and all that stuff. All right, next up is Warwick specials. So Warwick specials is a little bit is take a little bit to remember, but which special which does which. So with that, I showed you the very first special. Basically, Warwick does a little dive and all that stuff when he does his runs. So you can just do that, like you can mix up your opponents by do a normal dash, then all of a sudden do that and run up to Warwick. It like the projectile characters will panic if they see Warwick go through their projectiles like that. Then another thing, what Warwick can do. This is one his special, the little dive thing. But here's the funny part: he got another one with the run. He does a little shoulder charge. With that shoulder charge, Warwick can go through that like the projectiles like the normal one, but with the shoulder charge, if it gets near the wall, if you see what Echo's doing, like he'll roll and hit the wall, and give you plenty of time to do another follow up or another attack. All right, another thing with the cool part about the run is you can mix your opponent up by doing the demon flip, by holding the holding that special button and tilt your control stick up or control pad up. He'll do that. He'll do a jump. So with that jump, you can do the following things. You can do the dive, you can do the kick, or you can do the grab. And the cool part is about the Warwick run. You can hold it as long as you want, but during certain times, Warwick will attack automatically, depending on what special you got. The only thing with the jump is you can't wall cling, like if you do the demon flip normally. So with the demon flip now, and I'll get to it real soon. All right, next up would be the Warwick flip or the demon flip that he does. So you can do many things with the demon flip. So to do the demon flip, you go down in the very first special that you use. So you can actually charge up the demon flip, and the demon flip can wall cling. So the closer you're into the wall and you charge it up, the demon flip will cling onto that wall. So that's pretty unique. So so it does have to be fully charged when you do when you have to wall clean to the demon flip to the wall clean and all that stuff. So with the demon flip, I use this to mix you up and all that stuff. And Warwick mains will abuse this a lot to get close and to mix you guys up. So with the demon flip, like I said, you got the dive, you got the grab, and you got the kick. The kick is good for a ground bounce and all that stuff. There is a difference between doing the normal demon flip than the running demon flip. Is this with the normal demon flip? You can damage your opponents, while the run demon flip, there's no way you can damage them. So it's kind of fair. Because can you imagine you do the Warwick run, then also you could do a demon flip and damage your opponent? Oh gosh, that would be monstrous. Like I said before, with the demon flip, if you charge it up, the the more you charge up, the further that Warwick can go. So if you do a normal, he'll just you do a little light jump. While he charged up, he'll jump so high and so far to your other opponents. So that's actually a very good mind games if you want to do the demon flip with Warwick. Now let's talk about Warwick's other specials that he has. Is dealing with his claws. Basically, his claws are the main reason to go in Blood Rage quicker. So Warwick got the normal claws where he does a few swipes like that, but it's a Rekka move. So anyone don't know what a Rekka is? Basically, if I hit one special move, then I hit the exact same special move as Warwick, he'll do another attack. Then he'll chain up to 3 attacks. But the cool part is about these Rekka moves is you can delay the Rekkas. For example, if Warwick's not connecting, you can actually stop at mid the wave. Like, oh, he's not connecting in the first one, I'll stop. Then if I do it again, if I do the Rekkas and then I wait, if my opponents think I'm going to stop and to try to attack, I just do another special and just hit them with the second one, then the third. So, so it is a good mind game and all that stuff. Okay, then the another one is Warwick's Bite. Warwick's Bite actually is a good OTG move. Basically, if you're in a hard knockdown or any type of state, Warwick can do that and lift you up off the ground and do another follow up. This be a perfect time to do the Tornado Claw or the Shoryuken Claw move that Warwick got, and or use the 3 swipes. It just depends on the player. So if you want to do the Tornado Claw, go ahead. If you don't want to do the Tornado Claw, then do the 3 swipes. But the main game plan is you want to build up that Blood Rage for Warwick. All right, next up will be Warwick's Tornado Claw looking thing. Oh boy, with Warwick's Tornado Claw, it actually can build up Blood Rage faster than most of the normals. Basically, 3 hits of this thing, and his Blood Rage fills up faster. So yeah, that's a little key moment right there. Very important thing to know from Warwick. So with the Tornado Claw, you can use it as an anti-air. If your opponent try to jump in and do an attack, just Tornado Claw them. And also you can use their Tornado Claw to as a combo finisher too. So all that, and you get like a big blood the blood drive meter to rise. That's actually a pretty good move if you ask me. Another special move that Warwick got is his air on jump dive, where many of the Warwick players will use this move to for a combo extender to the bite, and it doesn't build up meter, but it just gets you a setup for like combo super and that Warwick bite into that tornado claw that you see right there. So and then there's another special move that you saw where Warwick spins around, does his claws. That's for like doing combo finishers. If you do that, I don't hardly use that move unless I'm within the BloodDrive mode, which oh gosh turns out to be better than the normal one. But the claw move right there is for like combo finishers and all that stuff. Okay, guys. With this, I gotta explain with some of how to build some meter. Oh, Warwick Wrap can build up blood meter too. So with Warwick's four grab, if you are close enough to the wall, you can do the Warwick bite. So that's a crazy follow up you can do. And then Warwick's back back throw, he can build up meter a little bit quicker with that. So we're almost done with Warwick's special moves. Uh, so I gotta go to his blood drive mode to explain his other special moves. And there we go. So with the crazy thing is Warwick does get a few great things with his blood drive. He's faster. He got different special moves and all that stuff. And and you expect him to do more damage? Nah, he gets more more mix up than anything with when he's in blood drive mode. I mean, everything. So so basically, the funny part is that little head charge he used to do, it's gone. He'll do the Warwick slash. With this, he can go through projectiles like crazy, and then and then does a wall bounce. And then another great thing is with this move with the wall bounce, if he teleports from the behind, that means you're too close, and he'll teleport behind and slash you there. Another great thing is Warwick can do a double jump while in this state to do the demon flip special moves, the charge and all that stuff. And then the crazy part is the Warwick bite that you saw during his normal stance. Nah, he lunges at you and all that stuff, and with the with that lunge he does, he actually replenish health. That is ridiculous. So yeah, that's why you want to go blood drive with Warwick and all that stuff. And then what you saw right there with the tornado claw, I actually canceled it out to do a jump to implement his other special move. So so Warwick is a monster when he's in blood rage mode. So so with all that and all so if he's in blood rage mode and you're facing off him, you got to play it smart. You have to play smart because all the weakness that Warwick has during normal with his defense tools and all that stuff, nah. Even though he got lack of defense, Warwick and blood rage, nah, he got all the mix up in the world. His attacks, he not attack speed, but his movement speed is a little bit faster, and he really gonna rush down with you, but when he's in blood rage mode. So be mindful about that. All right, now let's talk about Warwick's super moves. Part of his little gameplay. So Warwick does the maximum Warwick, where he slashes you and all that stuff. He just wall clings in, does a super. So with that, the maximum Warwick, you can you can use this move for comboing, but I advise you to do this while you're doing the air combos with Warwick and finish it off with the air combo. The only bad part is with this super, it doesn't build up your blood, the blood drive that you want. So with the blood rage and all that stuff, it will not build up. So, but sometimes this combo with in the air with Warwick, sometimes it gets a little finicky. Sometimes, so sometimes you won't hit, and it's hard to get a combo while you're in on the ground with this. So another super that Warwick does is which one that's kind of a little bit better and you will use a lot is his claw super. With his little claw super that he has, the claw super does build up meter, and you can use that as a combo ender too. So after you do the Warwick fight into to the little claws, basically a standing claw with the rectus, you can do this move and you will build up his blood drive a little bit faster than normal. So there's that, and it's not a bad super to in the combo with a little blood drive going. But his final move, his level 3, is something else. Let's just say his level 3. Let's just say if you're in the ground and use his level 3, he'll hit you almost anywhere on the ground. So if you're on the ground, do a heart knockdown, his level 3 will connect. So you can be like, okay, I'll do the Warwick lunge at you. You're on the ground. Oh look, I can do the level 3, and it will combo. I promise you that. And then once it hits, he will automatically be in his blood rage mode, which, oh god, it's so good once you get that. Okay guys, we're about to the end of the video, part 1 and all that stuff. So guys, be warned for part 2 that's coming this way with the combo game with Warwick, both normal and all that stuff, and his little blood drive too. So with that say, this is your host Razor MK signing out. I'll catch you guys later on part 2.
Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you want more videos, click here and here to watch more of my videos. And if you really want to, slash that subscribe button so you won't miss from yours truly. Also, if you can't get enough of the Razor's Edge, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Exact same name, but different game. Haha. This is your host, Razor MK, signing out.